In a world where tens of thousands of indie games are released each year, indie devs cry out to be heard, to be seen. And it's up to two brothers to get to know them.
Super Interview.
Hello world, my name is Max Tyne, and I love indie games.
I'm the Megabuck. I really love indie games.
And welcome to the Super Interview Brothers, the Game Treasure Podcast side quest where Buck and I fulfill our dreams of getting to know the people that make those precious relics we know as video games. In the studio today, we have a very special guest, perhaps the most Cinderella story in indie dev history that we've had on the show, maker of many a video game, and co-founder and game director over at Yacht Club Games. Yes, that one. We have Sean Velasco in the studio with us. Sean, say hello.
Hey, I'm Sean. I'm a designer from Yacht Club Games. That was a great introduction. Thank you. I appreciate
Boom.
that.
See, I'm nailing it right off the bat, viewer. I told you I could fucking do it. No. So, listen, Sean, thank you so much for joining us, first of all. Bow.
Yeah, it's my pleasure.
We know you're incredibly busy, and I presume incredibly tired. And I presume you're incredibly tired of answering a lot of questions about your newest smash hit indie game, Mina the Hollower. Woo! If you're listening to this, you've probably played it, or you listened to our episode where we talked all about it. So we're not going to do that to you, sir. We are going to instead, we want to know about you. And also, we may ask at least one question about your newest smash hit game, Mina the Hollower. I'm sorry, we might have to. So, Sean, let's start our podcast off the way we always do by asking you the most important question of all time, which is, can you remember the very first time you saw a video game? Do you remember how old you were, or do you at least remember what video game it was?
Yeah, I think the first time I remember seeing a video game was at the video store, which is like a place where it used to be the movies you had to go to the store to get them, and they were like on a tape, and they also sold games and cartridges there. And somewhere just like there on the TV was Super Mario Brothers.
Just the first
the
one?
Original.
Yeah, just the first. Yeah, just the original. I mean, I guess it must have been shortly after Nintendo came out. 1986, 1987, or something like that. I guess that's a little bit later. But that's probably the first one. I was born in '82, so I was like right in the NES.
Yeah. You and I are the same age. We're both right there.
Okay, yeah, there you go.
I was
so right, yeah, at the video
store.
Just looking at that, and it became an obsession. And I swept out the ashes from the fireplace and mowed the lawn 100 times or whatever
Nice, yes.
to work my way and get it, eventually they brought it home.
So specifically the NES with Super Mario Brothers?
Yeah, Super Mario. I can't remember if we had
the Duck Hunt
Super Mario Duck Hunt. I think it was Super Mario Bros. Duck Hunt. Yeah.
That's what we had.
We were the Super Mario Brothers Gyromite household.
Oh, that's
we had
right.
Rob the
Robot.
That's cool.
Never saw him work, not once. Could not.
I got him to work with our older
child.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and also trying to play Gyromite without it, and not understanding what the heck is even happening. That was my memory of it, because the Rob would be broken or in this closet after a few months, and then it's like, Gyromite, what's that? Let's play this. And there's the other controller could raise and lower the pillars.
It's actually a great two-player game if you know that.
Right. Unless your friend just smooshes you every time, which is what mine did.
Sean, we're brothers, in case you didn't notice yet. So that happened on more than one occasion.
Oh yeah. No, I legit have memories of pulling Rob out while Buck was gone or whatever, because I'm 8 years younger, so he may have been at school or some shit or doing something with his friends, and just looking at him and being like, how in the fuck do I make this thing work? What the fuck do I?
The short answer is you don't.
I couldn't get it. That's a good starting game. However, what about this? Sean, do you have a favorite video game of all time?
Ooh.
Yeah, that's a tough one. And I
guess a Mount Rushmore, if not.
It changes. That makes it much easier.
Yeah, okay, there you go.
Yeah, I'd say Super Mario 64.
Ooh. Yes.
Okay.
Mega Man 2.
Okay.
My man.
Oh, yeah. Buck. Oh, man. What a Mega Man guy.
I get Link to the Past. I know this is
Okay,
sort of a
yes.
boring list, I guess. Super Metroid,
No.
does that count?
Yes, yes,
Uh,
yes.
And then my chaos pick would be Minecraft.
Oh,
I mean-
he's just even a blind man can see
mean,
that that's a good game.
I have them within reach.
Whoa!
Sean.
What?
I have them
It's
within
like
reach.
it was like a magic trick.
It's almost as if we're the same age and
David
we played some of the
Buckerfield.
same great
Yeah,
games.
yeah, yeah.
It's just-
Yeah, if you pull out a Minecraft box, I'll be very
No,
surprised.
I'll tell you what, that's
Mario
not a
games are
boring
okay,
list. I appreciate that you put Super Mario 64 on there. We get a lot Ocarina of Time, of course, right?
Yeah, of course,
But
of course.
picking Mario 64, we don't get that a lot. Frankly.
I mean, it's all
Yeah, yeah.
for me. It's all about the movement, like moving Mario around in those environments and getting those stars and jumping around. And just like there's so many amazing tricks you can do, and just like the revelatory nature of the 3D-ness of it all. It's
Yeah.
just so
Mm.
it's just so amazing. It's really, I mean, it's like, yeah, just still, I think the best 3D platformer. You know, maybe the only great 3D platformer.
Nice. Ooh, hot take. I love it. but we're like the right age where Mario 64 came at that point where like Mac was younger, so he was still like learning the motor skills and learning video
Sure.
games. We were at that point where we were like perfectly ready to play a game of that caliber, and it delivered.
Your brain
Yeah.
was just big enough to hold that awkward ass trident and be like, yes,
Right.
I'm unlocking the third realm of control.
This is good, actually.
So you must have had an N64 in your house as well then. Surely you bought that. If you were you a Nintendo kid? The moment you got a Nintendo, did you dabble in Sega Genesis at all? Or obviously there's a bunch of other systems that you could have had.
Oh no, back then you had to pick in the playground. You had to pick one or the other.
Right.
Well, you could have had a 3DO or whatever.
Right, some weirdo ones. Yeah, you know, my
Yeah, yeah.
parents actually, I think, like before I was born, had an old Magnavox Odyssey 2, which is like a Atari style platform, and it has like very rudimentary games. And I remember pulling that out and playing it at some point during my childhood. Like, what is this old thing? You know, that was a weird one. I would go over to friends' houses, and I mean, I remember when Genesis. Oh no, my next door neighbor had Sega Master System.
Ooh,
Fuck yeah.
little Alex Kidd, little some of that.
He had none of the regular games. All we had he had like
He only had Bible adventure games. It sucked. Yeah.
right. He had Ghostbusters.
Oh yeah, okay.
yeah.
Which was and it was interesting because that's quite a deep game, and as kids it was just like, what is like happening?
That
you know, it's
that
like,
is way better than the NES version of Ghostbusters. That
Yes.
Master System version is awesome.
Because the
Master- I
Sega's
mean,
just
Master
kind of
System's-
stronger than the
Right.
NES. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. And yeah, there was a 3D one, Zaxxon 3D.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And you
Or
wore the
Zaxxon
cheap
System.
what?
glasses. You wore the
Yeah,
cheap
and it had
3D
like
glasses.
3D, yeah, and it had 3D glasses
For the Master System?
For
Uh-huh,
Master System.
Holy
yes.
Jesus. Did it
And-
make you absolutely sick to your stomach immediately?
I feel like it was polarized, like the same thing that they used for like Captain EO. So it worked okay.
Oh,
I don't know if you know,
understand.
but we live in Orlando, Florida. So
Oh.
we,
Do you know that, Sean? Do you know that we live in
we have,
I don't know
he
if
brought
you
up
know.
Captain EO. He brought up Captain EO,
I know,
which
I know.
is Epcot.
You
And
said,
so
I don't
growing
know
up,
if you
Oh,
know.
yeah.
And so I,
I
thought that
probably
was
went to
funny.
Captain
I do,
EO
like,
20
now.
times as a kid and once or twice when
Yeah.
they re-released it.
Right.
Loved
Well,
it.
yeah. I mean, I don't know if you guys know, but I'm from LA, and I would go to Disneyland all the time, and they had Captain EO down there too.
Yeah.
They even had a revival.
Wow.
They even had a revival
Yeah.
in 2012 or whatever.
I went one
Yes.
time when they
Saw
did the
that.
revival. Yeah.
Yeah.
Revival. I got the shirt with the.
Me too.
Yeah.
He's
No.
so white with the
cool.
EO
Yeah,
logo
His all
on
white
it.
armor
Yes.
and shit. He looks
Too
so
awesome.
badass.
I loved it.
Freaking
So cool.
cool.
So good.
Yeah.
So you listed a cadre of games that you had Zelda game in there, Super Metroid, N64, Mario. You said that was the best stuff. Do you have a preferred genre of gaming?
Ooh.
Like like holistically speaking?
Yeah, I mean, I love side-scrolling platformers. You know, that's like really, I love side-scrolling platformers. I like, but I really love all types of games. You know,
Sure.
I love playing fighting games. I'm big into Street Fighter and Guilty Gear, and I'm
Ooh,
going to Evo
nice.
in a couple weeks not to compete, but just to enjoy myself. I love like management and building stuff. Like I love building. You know, I like building in Minecraft. I like building in Satisfactory.
That game's crazy.
You know, like factory games I get like really addicted to, and I gotta like, you know, I think it's the same thing as like making a game.
That
It's
makes
like
sense.
putting something together and like building, like, you know, I just feel like this compulsion to like make this giant factory, you know, look at my look at my works.
Yeah.
That stuff is really fun.
The
I
feeling
mean,
of
I love
satisfaction.
action.
Yeah, that's good.
Have you ever played Stardew Valley? Sorry.
I didn't get I didn't
Stardew
get that
Valley.
into I like the automation part, but I don't like
Me
the slow
too, Sean.
part. So,
That's my favorite part. Is like when I wake up and I go, I don't have to water the lawn because I built sprinkler systems, and then I get a sick satisfaction from that.
Yes.
Sorry, I bring that game up whenever I can. It's so
Totally,
good.
yes,
Especially when
totally.
people say they like system building and shit. Like that's that's my favorite system building game.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, but I mean, I love action. I love like regular, or I don't even know what you call them, like action games, like Devil May Cry, or like a game where like a character's like hitting another character with a sword.
Yes.
Like
There's a new Onimusha
like
coming.
combat.
Yeah, I think my
Combat
favorite
game.
hitting a guy with your guy game is God Hand. By Platinum Games.
Yeah,
Love that.
I mean, I thought Stellar Blade 2 looked kind of cool with like the punching lady. It's like that's kind of felt like God handy, you know.
They got the punching lady. I mean,
Is
what
it over
more
the
can
top?
I ask for?
This is-
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
She's punching. She's a lady.
She's punching. She's a lady. I mean, you know. Yeah. She's got a
Hell yeah,
she's got a real baby face. I
I'm
saw.
gonna play that game.
Yeah.
So
No, I'm not done yet. I'm not
okay,
done.
go.
talking.
All right, keep going. Yes.
Okay, I also love playing. Now I'm forgetting what I was going to say. I
You were talking about building games before and system games.
I also love playing RPGs. I also love playing RPGs.
Okay.
I'm almost through Claire Obscura, but I mean, one of my favorites is like Final Fantasy IV. I love the Super Nintendo Final Fantasy.
Sean. Whoa.
That's Buck's favorite.
Did we just become video game best friends?
Did we just?
I mean,
Final Fantasy IV is my all-time favorite. I own it on the Wonder Swan Color. I own Final Fantasy IV.
Yes, that's a quite good version. It's a better version. Yes,
it is. My wife is very lucky that our son's name is not Cain and our daughter's name is not Rosa.
This close.
Right.
This close.
That's really funny.
My fiance is running through that game right now. She doesn't play video games hardly at all, but that game is so straightforward. The dialogue is so snappy in that game. It's so good.
Yeah. 20-hour RPG.
Right, it's fast, right? I remember even the first time I played it, it was like 15, 16 hours. Yeah.
That was like the game starts and you're like thinking that you're a bad guy, and he immediately goes to the bad guy and goes like, am I a bad guy? And then he's just like, fuck you. And I was like, man, nowadays games will drag that out for so fucking long and try to be dramatic.
Forever. Everything's so
long.
fast. Characters leave and come at such a feverish pace. It's just awesome.
They'll introduce a character and then kill them 2 hours later, like all the way dead. And you're like, whoa, fuck, that guy's dead now? And you're like, yeah, he fucking died.
Yeah. He's probably not coming back. Wonderful. That's awesome. That's a good choice. I mean, that is it's one of the first RPGs I played, and it's still one of my favorites.
Same. And I love shooters. Like I love boomer shooters and shooters of all kinds. Like I guess like maybe like a modern. I loved Arc Raiders. I was so into Arc Raiders. I played that for 200
so
hours
hard,
or whatever.
yeah.
You know,
right within the span of like 3 months, 200 hours or something.
Right. I was just addicted to it. It was so. I mean, the kind of like social interactions and weird stuff that happens in that game was so like a MMO or something.
Wasn't that like an experiment in like human psychology?
Right. And everyone was like friends with each other for a while, or it's like, just all of the. It was very, very cool. Very.
That's what I was gonna ask. Were you one of those sickos that would just like kill people on sight?
No,
like
I don't
crazy
think you would
murderer?
be that.
No, right?
I mean,
okay, good.
I guess we would. I don't know. There are people that like fake friendly, like, hey, I'm friendly, and then they'll like shoot you in the back, which is so dishonorable.
I know.
But
it actually hurts my feelings when I get killed in that game. You know what I mean? Because I'm just like, why did you do that? Dude?
Why are you doing this? Why are you being like this? Yeah. But and that would happen, right? We get shot and then go hide behind something. Hey, come on, look, just let us go.
Yeah. You trying to reason with the guy that just shot you? Yeah.
Chill,
humanity.
Chill. Or you shoot at someone like and you're like, oh my bad. Let's be cool.
Yeah. If there was a zombie apocalypse, I would just be fucking dead, bro. I would just
That's what
we can talk this out. It's okay, man. Don't shout. Yeah, I'm dead.
That's awesome. So you run I love that because we also love all kinds of video games. We don't focus on any one type, and we play all kinds of video games.
Where are you in Claire Obscure?
Oh yeah.
They're like.
Well, Mac hasn't gone past Act 1. Careful spoilers.
I don't. No, Sean, please. I'm stuck at the mid boss.
Basically, it's like the equivalent of. I think that it's like I'm in I'm like at the end of disc 3 and I'm like ready for the final battle.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think maybe I need to do like more cleanup, or it's like I presume that every character has like some epic weapon to get,
Yep.
or like there's a bunch of side quests, or there's a bunch of
Yep.
like, I feel like I've only done like half of it. I could probably spend 30 hours.
Some of those
doing
quests
more
are
stuff.
really hard though, and you have to grind a lot. But you're right.
Right.
That game has Final Fantasy VII syndrome, where at the end it goes, boss is that way.
That's right.
So
I
you
just
are.
had a
You're
big
in.
cut-
You're
I think
yeah.
I just had the big cutscene of like, now it's the big cutscene and we're going to go fight the boss.
right.
And
Yeah.
And it's like,
you
okay,
wanna
fly
go-
there and you can fight the boss, but I don't want to beat
Right.
the game. They
I'm not
give you
ready
the
yet.
option
Yeah.
to fly around.
I'm probably not high
Awesome.
level enough. Yeah.
Amazing. I mean, not that your game's not too, to be honest, but amazing lesson in storytelling. I mean, it just wow.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's quite economical as well in terms of like just the it has like that indie spirit, and it does a lot with a small amount of like assets and story,
And respects your time as far as
yes,
the
right.
storyline.
Yeah, it doesn't waste your dang time. Another great, love it.
So, Sean, let me ask you this. I know you've been insanely busy, but have there been any snack games that you've been playing? Any bite-sized anything? Have you had time to play?
I generally like go. I got Game Pass, and I'll just like look at whatever's on there, and I'll play it for like 5 minutes. So I played
Yes.
Forza. I played Forza, and I like raced the cars around a little bit in Forza 6 the other day. That was fun. I mean, I have been playing. I have been playing fighting games because you could just jump in and do a few matches, and then you're done.
So, what Street Fighter or what fighting games have you been playing?
I like Street Fighter 6.
Okay.
That's like the main one, just because that's the big one that's coming out right now.
Right.
Yeah.
But we just got free. Someone gave us codes for Invincible Versus. So
I was going to mention that game. My son is a huge Invincible fan, so I've been playing that with him. It is on the easier side of the tag games, so it's really fun and easy to pick up and get decent at it. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, we were just playing it yesterday, and
Nice.
I don't know Invincible at all, but I did enjoy the Killer Instinct game that Double Helix made before this, and I
Yes.
found that a lot of the mechanics and like the way that like you hit one another and the hit reactions are all like very, very Killer Instinct-y, and it seemed cool. It seemed cool.
Yeah, I agree.
Who's your main in Street Fighter?
Ooh.
I guess Jamie. Jamie. I play the most Jamie. I love Jamie. Jamie's way cool, but also I play Manon Zangief. I was learning Sagat, but I'm not so good. Even people say he's very OP, but I can't. I have trouble making the normal characters work.
Yeah, me either.
But
not anymore.
yeah.
I played a lot of Guilty Gear in college because I was huge back in early 2000s.
Yeah. And I was getting into Strive as well, where I play Faust. And
Nice.
Yeah, I love it. I love playing Faust, and I was getting in. I mean, Potemkin, but I suck. I mean, you just turn into you become the grappler, and then you're like, oh, I can play. All I need to do is throw.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know if that really counts.
I like Mecha Kai Kisuke in Reload. That's my favorite.
Yeah. They're adding him, right?
I would love
Robokai's coming
that.
back this season. Robokai's coming back this season.
I thought his moves were so goofy as hell. He like pulled out his horse and drives the thing, shoots a rocket out of his knee.
Right.
Yes,
he had that mechanic where he has to like let the steam out, or else he takes damage. Like his moves are so strong, but he has to take a couple frames.
Right.
Strive was the first Guilty Gear that I got really into, so I that's like a blind spot for me.
That's cool.
So people are excited for Robokai. I don't know what the hell they're talking about.
He had this because in the one that he's from, a lot of them they all have different mechanics.
Iska,
You don't know
one of
Guilty
those,
Gear listener or viewer, but yeah, his mechanic was his moves were incredibly OP, but he had this overheat gauge, and when it went all the way up, you had to do this move where he just stood still and let all the gas out of his body, and it had like a very small hitbox, so you could hit people with it, but if you didn't do it, he would like blow up and get stunned.
Right,
so
okay.
That's a cool mechanic.
That's
good.
kicks ass.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Nice.
Okay, cool. So now I'm going to ask you some questions about your history with making video games because I'm curious. So have you always wanted to be a game designer, or do you remember a moment in your life where you decided to take that journey, or what's your history with designing games?
Well, I loved Super Mario Brothers ever since I saw it in the video store. I was very obsessed with that kind of stuff. But I also loved like cartoons and animation, and I'm from the suburbs of Los Angeles where Cal Arts is, and that's that's the college that teaches Disney animators. So there was like somewhat of and my parents were in the film industry. I guess it's like entertainment world around here. I thought that I would be like an animator or like a cartoonist or something like that, right? Like I want to be like Walt Disney and like do like animation.
Yeah.
But then when I But then once I understood that becoming a game developer, or like that people like made games, then I was like, oh, I want to make games. Like, and at first I thought it would be like through art, but then once I realized there was a such thing as a game designer, someone that actually like puts together the world mechanics, planning everything of the game, then I was like, that's definitely what I wanted to do. And I discovered that really in college, I guess. Like I went to a game related school, or it was called Cogswell. It was in Northern California, and if you wanted to be like a Pixar animator, or if you wanted to do programming, or if you wanted to learn 3D, it was kind of like, in 2003 or whatever, there weren't that many places that you could go to like that. But this was one of them in the Silicon Valley. And it was small, but we learned like a ton of different things: 2D and 3D animation, script writing, storytelling, production management, programming in C, C++, and Java, et cetera, et cetera. And so it was like a very broad education. And there was a game development club there. The education, I mean, you get out of it what you put into it. It was very like, sure. But we worked really hard, and there were a lot of people that were excited to be there, and like we could all make games together, and we were that's like how it all really began. Yeah.
Nice.
That's
that's an interesting answer, because like you said, back then those games here in Orlando, we have Full Sail University.
Yeah, my colleague
they have
there.
like national commercials and
cool.
charge a gajillion billion dollars to teach you how to make video games, and they have a billion students. It's crazy. But that shit was not there. We've talked to people that have made video games that are like 20, just to understand, get frame of reference. And
well,
they
we've also talked to David Jaffe, who's a little bit older than us.
Right. So he was on the other end, where it's like that didn't even exist for him. But then there's like we talked to like a 20-year-old developer, where it was just like, oh yeah, there's tons of options for me to go now. You know what I mean?
David Jaffe is definitely, I mean, he's older. He's 10 years older than we are,
give or take. And he went to school for film. He wanted to make movies, and he told us that when they did those full motion video sequences for the original endings for Twisted Metal 1, they didn't use them. They got scrapped, and they took a comic book art style instead. But they actually filmed. You can find them on YouTube. FMV sequences of all those, and it was like a they're really neat. But we asked him. He goes, "Yeah, it was a 3 or 4 day shoot. After day one, I'm at Denny's with my brother and my cousin and my friend at like 1 a.m. And they all had to beg me to come back, because I'm like, I'm not going back there. I hated this. I hated it. We spent 4 hours filming a door opening and closing, and I want to jump off a cliff."
Sure. Well, I mean, if you don't like repetition, being a game developer is not a whole hell of a lot better. The amount of times I've had to run through Mina, hundreds probably. Wow. I mean, who could tell? Well, front to back, I don't know. It's hard to say. You're always playing little portions. But
it's hard to make any art without being a fan of repetition a little bit.
Right.
You gotta play a song, you gotta fucking play Sweet Child of Mine 100 times in order to fucking get it right. You're like, God damn, dude.
One must imagine Sisyphus happy. And it's true.
Yes.
It's true.
What are your favorite aspects about game design? Obviously, you said you fell in love with it just from, it sounds like you're like, it's like a little puzzle. I want to put it together. How does it work, etc. But could you make a thesis statement behind what it is?
Of what I like about it, what I like about designing games.
Yeah.
I mean, I really love working with everyone to create that shared vision. The making games is like a dialectical process where you're working with some kind of idea, and then you're like bashing the ideas together to create something new. And I see myself as like the arbiter and the guide of that process, where it's like everyone has these different artists, programmers, writers, people with all these different huge skills, and it's like I just like a puzzle. It's like I can work together with everyone to like make something really cool of like what we all said, right? Like I'm not like a auteur director in terms of like, well, Mina should be like this, and this. It's like we all decide what kind of game we want to make. We want it to be like deliberate, and we want it to be like have RPG mechanics like Zelda 2 where you level up immediately, and we want it to be this, that, and we all talk about it, and then I got to go and put it together in a way that like makes sense, and then everyone goes, cool, and that's like very gratifying.
That's cool. It's so funny you mentioned Zelda 2. That's awesome.
That's where Mina is. That's where Mina. Yeah.
People are already giving you credit for inventing that mechanic. They do not know about Zelda 2.
That's why. I mean, if you notice when we're talking, I have to be like, and the Nintendo, which was like a platform that came out in 1985 or whatever. Like I have to like give historical context to everything that I'm saying now.
So Sean, our audience a little different there, and if you don't know that Mac didn't explain, I actually own a business that does mail order retro video games. That's all we do. And so people sign up and say, I want Nintendo, Super Nintendo, PlayStation games, whatever, and then we send them a box full of games every month. So not only I grow up around that, but I'm on that other side of it where I see these games sometimes every day.
I mean, that's amazing, and that's like what I feel like it's our job to evangelize that kind of stuff.
Yes.
I just on like the Reddit AMAs and I've seen online people saying, hey, I just bought Mina, and I didn't realize that these guys also made this game called Shovel Knight that's like supposed to be really good.
Oh my
But
gosh.
I heard that Shovel Knight is based on a series called Mega Man, which I had never heard of, and I only have $20, so like I'm wondering if I should like buy Shovel Knight or Mega Man, or like what
Fuck,
should I
dude,
do?
what?
What should I do, guys? And I was like, oh my god, this is like I just love that people there's attention being drawn to
that's
fucking
cool.
Mega Man now,
That's
and
cool.
they're like, I'm gonna play Mega Man because of the games,
Right.
because of like the games that I worked on. Now they're gonna go play Mega Man. I feel like mission accomplished. That's like
I love it too. That's
Yeah,
where
sorry,
Megabuck.
Sean. Mega Man 2 is pretty fucking good.
That's,
I'm not gonna lie.
that's
I-
where Megabuck
right.
comes from, because I am a huge Mega Man fan.
Oh
Hell
my
yeah.
God. That's
Hell
so
yeah.
goddamn funny.
That's
Do,
magical.
do you have a favorite game designer, like an idol or some sort of person that you maybe draw inspiration from?
I mean, I always love Miyamoto, of course. From ever since reading Mario Mania from my Nintendo Power, and like reading that Miyamoto interview, I think that's the first time where it was like the man behind Mario, or like people make Mario. There was
Right.
an interview about Super Mario World,
Yeah.
and he talks about what, at least vaguely, of like what the heck they do. I guess when I was a kid, there was like Miyamoto, Will Wright,
Yeah.
uh,
SimCity, yeah.
yeah, like Sid Meier.
Mhm.
As far as like names go, and then like of course once I got older, it was like Tomonobu Itagaki, like making hardcore action games. And yeah, I mean, as far as Americans go, I think David Jaffe was like, whoa, like someone that's like from around here could like make something good. That's like awesome.
Yeah.
And it's like
Yeah.
it has like some of the same, like those kinds of games have like the same feel as like a Devil May Cry, or like a like that type of game. I guess as far as the gameplay, like not so much, but like as far as being being a luminary. And
Yeah.
then I mean Kamiya,
Oh,
Oh,
Hideki
yeah.
Kamiya, yeah.
Oh yeah.
and
Isn't it amazing, though, that we have like these people that, I mean, if you went
Kojima?
back 50 years, people were talking about Renaissance artists and engineers and things like that. And now it's like we can talk
Right.
about amazing game designers and creators.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
yeah, no, I mean, yeah, and there's more and more attention being brought to it as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm in the random question category on this next one, but Yacht Club Games, you are a co-founding member. Is this correct? Right?
Indeed.
Why the name Yacht Club Games?
Oh, well, basically we're like, oh, this is going to be it's like kind of a tongue-in-cheek joke. Like
They
we're
usually
gonna be
are.
all
Just-
about- right. It's all going to be, it's like, we're a big fancy company where we're sailing on yachts and with our noses in the air, type of thing, which is like the exact opposite of what we are, which is like, we're like a
Right.
very down-to-earth studio that's like trying to like make it happen. But, we do,
Yeah,
try,
Gabe
we do
Newell.
we do make really good stuff.
Yeah.
So
You do. You know what? You've
do.
earned the
You
title
know,
of
come
Yacht
on.
Club Sky.
We could-
Congratulations. You're
said
now
you
not
don't?
ironic. And it's
nobody said we didn't. No one said we didn't.
I want to ask about something really good stuff that you helped make and how you were involved in.
Please
because
take it away, Buck.
I adored this game.
Hey, that's
And when I was looking up there, I'm like, Buenos Blob? Wait, that's the Wii one. I loved that game.
yeah.
What was your involvement in this? This is the Boy and the Blob is Blob. You guys didn't know there was
Yeah,
a remake for the Wii. I mean, this is like 15 years old now, right? 20 years old now.
Oh boy, yeah.
You don't have to mention that part. You don't
Sorry.
Yeah, no, that was my directorial debut, basically.
Cool.
Yeah, my first at Way Forward, my first project was Contra 4. Or actually, my first projects were canceled, but the first one that came out was Contra 4, and that was I was assistant director on that. And then after that, we did Boy and His Blob, and that was the first game I directed. So
I loved it.
Well,
remember these?
thank you.
These used to come in
Thank
video
you.
games. You remember these?
That's right.
There's some of the items that the jelly beans will turn the blob into in here.
Right. Oh yeah. And so that was real hand-drawn animation done by CalArts animators because they were local to the area. Way Forward is another place that's like in Valencia, and so they're nearby. And so yeah, I mean, we leveraged the resources that were available to us to make like a side-scrolling platformer in the same vein as like a Shantae or the other 16-bit type of stuff that they had done before, except for a new cool 480p hand-drawn visuals.
That's
yeah,
awesome.
I mean, that was the big thing. The gameplay itself, I mean, the engine is like the engine is not great. The physics are not great, and like it's
they didn't need to be. It was charming.
I mean, sorry. I'm sure I'm being much too harsh on it, but it's easy for me to see many ways in which the game could be improved. Let's just put it that way.
None of that was your fault, Sean. Those stupid artists.
Time
who
for
are
a
drawing
remake.
wrong. No, just kidding.
Time for a rebooting.
Yeah. That would be cool. We talked about every time. We always talk about making when you make a game, you always talk about what the sequel is going to be, or it seems like that it's going to go on again. There's going to be another one. So yeah, I'm sure we had plans for what our Boy and His Blob 2 would have been, but yeah, nothing ever got off the ground.
That's cool.
It only sold 150,000 copies or something.
I've got one.
Not a huge-
I loved it.
Hey,
I bought this when it came out.
It was a moderate success. We did more projects with Majesco after that. So we did Blood Rain Betrayal and we did Double Dragon Neon, and so those were both.
Nice.
It was
That
good.
game
It was.
kicks
We
ass.
love
Yes.
we love
That's a good
Majesco. The Sutton brothers are dear friends.
Hell yeah. So, Buck and I both played Meat of the Hollow. Buck played a lot more than I
beat
did.
it.
So I know
I
he's
loved
got some questions
yeah.
he wanted to ask. My question that I wanted to ask about Meat of the Hollow, and I'm sorry if you've heard this one, but it's just if you had to finish this sentence, my vision for this game was blank.
Zelda plus Bloodborne.
Nailed it.
Boom. Okay, just make sure. I wanted
mean,
to see if it was that simple.
Yeah, this idea or this concept, we had known that we were going to be making a top-down 2D game. And in addition to our other game, that we were doing two projects at once. And so this one, we said we want to make, if Shovel Knight is our Mario, then we want to do something that's more like a Zelda, something that's an adventure with RPG mechanics that's top-down and has it's different. It's instead of being that's it.
Yes, I understand.
And then Alec Faulkner, who is a designer at Yacht Club, was working on Mina basically as a side project while King of Cards was getting developed, and then he brought it in and was like, "Hey guys, check out this cool mouse game that I've got where you can." And a lot of it was there. I mean, it looked and played a lot different, but you could jump and you could whip and you could burrow. The deliberate combat and burrowing and stuff was already there. So my vision for this game was helping to augment his vision for this game. And so I think what he was making was a game that had very deliberate attacking and combat. So you needed to have spacing like Castlevania, but a game
That's why the whip
where
makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, and so you have a far away attack that's slow, and then we have this really quick burrow mechanic that you could use to adjust your spacing, and it's like these two different things. The burrow is basically like a jump. In a side scroller, you have so much vertical space, but in a top-down game, you don't. All you can do is then the jump's very hard. So a burrow is kind of like a jump, but it's like an underneath jump, and it gives you just a little bit more verticality and a little bit more complexity in terms of what you can make.
Jump with iframes.
Right. Yeah.
So you basically saw his deliberate gameplay and just made the connection to Dark Souls style in your own head, basically, as the sort of director, if you will.
Well, I mean, we developed it all as a team. I truly don't want to take any tour credit at all. We said, well, this looks great. Do we want it to be 8 levels like Castlevania with a boss at the end of every level? They could have been that. And it's no, maybe we want it to be more like a Zelda. Do we want it to be like a Zelda where there's an overworld with 9 dungeons? No, we don't want to make a big giant overworld. That's weird. We don't like that. Do we want to make it how about we make it more like a Dark Souls where they're chunks of world and then they're connected with connections and then they all loop back into each other and connect in something that's a combination of a Zelda. It is what's the difference between Zelda and Dark Souls? The viewpoint.
Right.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Maybe some difficulty. That's about it.
Right. Yeah. Right. Right. Of course.
Swamps.
Of course.
No.
No, it's not at all.
And yeah, I mean, and the game, and the thing is, Bloodborne and Dark Souls and Mina are all like RPG games, right? And we wanted to make something that was like Zelda 2, where you had that thing pop up immediately, and you had to make a decision about what levels you were going to do. And there was a low amount of levels, right? You could only go from level 1 to 10, as opposed to like level 100, like you do in Dark Souls. So it's something with small, right? Like NES style. Your power only becomes 4 times more powerful than you were in the beginning of the game in terms of like the amount of hits that you're doing. It's the scale is much smaller. You get the top thing you can get is 9,999, like old school game.
Final Fantasy,
yeah. So like that type, those were like the decisions that we all used to guide it. But yeah, I mean, it definitely wasn't like here's what we're gonna do. We all chose it, and then we all worked towards it, and every decision that we made was toward what that was, and that's how we determined it. Does this make it better and more Zelda-y and Bloodborne-y? It's like, oh, this is a really quick attack. Well, maybe we shouldn't have that. That's like too much.
Yeah,
we gotta slow it down.
Slow and small is easy to control. You know what I'm saying? Like, as far as like you say, when you keep the scale smaller, well, that's why I never really understood MMOs. You get to the top levels of MMOs and the numbers become like arbitrary. You know what I mean? They have to reset the worlds in MMOs because they'll be so high that you're like, what even is 100 now? It's nothing. It might as well be. Yeah, it's just.
Definitely.
Sorry.
That's
no, it's completely true. Yeah.
I had a question about Mina on the character design. Actually, is Alec closer to our age, or is he a younger guy who originally conceptualized it?
Alec is 30. He's going to be 31.
Okay, I'll ask you. Maybe you influenced it then. Mina, Rescuers or Secret of Nim?
I mean, it's very Secret of Nim, and the logo for Mina the Hollower you can see is very close to
Mrs.
Secret
Brisby. Yeah,
it's very close to Secret of Nim.
I watched probably a little too many Don Bluth movies when I was a kid, and that one scared me.
Yeah, I mean, they're very creepy. Nicodemus, and that is like, the old,
the fucking owl covered in spider webs.
Scary. Yeah,
but the art is so
amazing.
As a kid, it shouldn't have been that good, right?
Yeah, no, I mean, it's beautifully, all that Don Bluth stuff is just so beautifully animated. But yeah, I mean, we tried to make a classic character design that would be, fit in a Disney or Don Bluth type of thing. The character originally, like Alec's character, was more like, I would say, like sort of silly, like I would say, like imagine like Spelunky, where there was a big red honking nose and like little beady little eyes and like that kind of mouse, and she definitely got like a makeover.
She's very sleek and cool looking, very action.
Right. And and Morgan, our concept and illustration guy, has done so much amazing Mina art since the game took so freaking long. He's just been like in the corner drawing 100 million illustrations. Now we're just releasing to the world. And so you get to see all these dynamic Minas. There's been so much Mina fan art.
Yes,
people really love the character.
She's marketable, kids. She's Mina the coloring book. Mina the flamethrower.
I mean, that's ever since I read Mario Mania, that is like has been a goal of the Yacht Club. We try to create brands that can be marketed, that could be licensed, that you could have sheets, you could have bed sheets and cereal.
Dude, that's true. I for Shovel Knight as well. Holy fuck!
I forgot to grab my Shovel Knight amiibo.
Right. Yes. Now we can do the Mina amiibo. But now we can do the Mina amiibo.
Yeah. That would sell like hotcakes.
Now that we're selling, right? Well, it's an interesting thing because for licensing, you're like, hey, this is gonna be a big game. Come on, everybody. And it's like crickets. But now that we've sold some, it's like, hey, everybody, check it out. And now hopefully we'll be able to.
Did you get to breathe? I read that Bloomberg report from last December. Did you get to breathe? You hit that golden number. You hit that 500,000 sales. Did you get to breathe a sigh of relief finally?
Well, I was that's interesting. I guess I've been somewhat zen about the whole thing, right? Or maybe that's like the curse of the entrepreneur, is you're just like, everything's going to be fine. Of course it's going to be fine. Like, it's no worry. Like, it'll be. So I guess it's not like I wasn't like, and now I'm like, whew. Before I was like, all right. And now I'm like, all right.
All right.
But you know what?
All right. Let's go. Let's go. Like I said, I got plenty of energy. I got tons of energy. I want to go.
That's the right attitude to have, though, because if you were worried about that, then you weren't worried about making the product good, and then the inverse might have happened, right?
Indeed. Although I am very concerned about making it done soon, right? Like that's a big, like as far as my job, like that's a big thing of me is like, how do we, how can we scope this appropriately? Why isn't this done? Why isn't everything done?
Why isn't everything done?
Why isn't everything done?
Finish your shit.
A true director, yes.
That is my question. That's my
Alfred
question.
Hitchcock would be very pleased with what you just say. Yes.
Why isn't this film
Why aren't
done?
the shots done? Why is the woman doing this? Okay.
You guys got you got Mac.
No, I was going to say, I'll let you subjugate Sean to one last Mina the Hollower question. Because I know you have
actually, it wasn't
pick
a direct
your finest one.
It wasn't a direct Mina the Hollower question. I was actually just going to ask about, you brought Jake Kaufman back for the soundtrack on this one. What's it like working with him? You guys actually obviously like his work. Shovel Knight soundtrack's a banger, and so is this one.
Yeah. I mean, Jake, I've been working with Jake since Contra 4. You know, he did the soundtrack for Contra 4 and Blood Rain and Double Dragon and Mighty Switch Force and Shovel Knight and Plague of Shadows.
He's your guy.
Of Torment and Shovel Knight Dig and Pocket Dungeon and this one. So yeah, I mean, Jake is in the employ of Yacht Club. He is it's not like we're working with him again.
Yeah.
He's like,
he's your in-house musician.
That's cool.
I mean, he's not just that. He's like an indomitable member of the team, right? He helps write the story. He's with us in everything. He's obviously very skilled with writing. He has perfect spelling. He won the spelling bee. Literally. I mean, he has perfect grammar, so he can check.
Ooh.
He can check text and like for errors very easily.
Wow.
I like that. I like to
so-
pride
What an
myself on that as well.
interesting
I can appreciate that.
Yes.
Yeah.
If ever someone uses the wrong there, they will hear it.
I wish there was
from
an
me.
X-Men that had that power. He's just
Right.
perfect spelling. And it would just
Yeah. No, I mean, Jake is
ask him
definitely
any word and he can spell it perfectly.
he definitely has mutant level capabilities
Yeah.
in a lot of categories.
Omega level mutant detective.
He can spell tomorrow every time the correct way.
That's mad. That's cool. We love video game music. We believe video game music is music. I mean, so that's wonderful.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's ever been to or seen MagFest, which happens every January, but might
I
want to
think
check
Jake
it
was
out.
one of the started MagFest.
That
He was one
makes
of the first guys
so
to-
much sense.
Yeah, and but I don't think he's gone. I think something happened and he like doesn't go anymore.
Oh, bummer.
It's been too long. But I think he was like, I got it. You know what? I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, so I'm just gonna.
All right, that's good. It's been 20 plus years now since Mag, and I mean, with Mina's soundtrack, I bet they would love it. Although this year's theme, before the Ocarina of Time remake was announced, they already announced this year's theme is Zelda Ocarina of Time. So now blow the doors off of it.
Whoa. Okay. Cool. What'd you all think about that Ocarina announcement? Is that exciting to you? Or?
We had talked about it on the show that we had heard rumblings on the internet, and then obviously now it's true or whatever.
It's beautiful.
And God, I mean, you only get that one little shot of him in the bed, like going, or whatever, like doing his little, he's like fighting someone in his dreams or something.
What do you think it's going to be? Do you think it's going to be like they're going to Breath of the Wild open world it, or do you think they're going to like?
I hope not.
I think Star Fox is our indicator of what hopefully they'll do with it.
Right.
They'll just make a really great reimagining of what they can do now with newer technology and resources and assets. And
In that Star
remake.
Fox thing, they mentioned that they were going to add like small cutscenes to fill out the storyline more, extend the game. So it's like maybe some of that would be okay.
Mm-hmm.
You know, maybe
Right.
add like an additional, because that main like place where you run around with the opponent, that main field is not that big in hindsight. You know
Well, that's
what I
what
mean?
I'm saying. It's
Yeah.
like, it's a very, very, and they already remade it once on 3DS. So
Yes,
it's
they
like,
did.
Right.
A Star Fox came out that year also. A remake of Star Fox 64 came out for that same year.
Yes, right. So, maybe it will just be like a straight remake, probably.
I think that's what the fans mostly want. I mean, there was so much to announce. We're about to do an episode on that, talking about that and the Resident Evil Code Veronica remake. And
Buck had mentioned like, you said in our Discord, like, oh, maybe a Super Metroid remake. And I was like, I don't
Mario
think they're going to touch
64?
that with a 10-foot pole, but I can't imagine them doing a Mario 64 remake.
I mean,
That would be tight as fuck.
if they're going to remake Star Fox and they're going to remake Ocarina of Time, the two of them, I mean, they skipped Star Fox. They went to Star Fox 64, arguably the best Star Fox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Mario 64 is the best platformer, so remake that shit.
Right. Yeah. How could they improve it?
They wouldn't really have to. They would just have to like cash grab. I mean, make it again with better graphics.
Yeah.
Mario will have a stunning mustache hair.
But you're right. They don't need to improve it. The controls were so tight in that game. That's part of why it was Perfect.
I mean, I love what they are. I love the specifics of them, even if it's very specific to that game.
We are pretty much at the end of our show.
We've driven you crazy long enough.
I usually ask, like, what else do you have cooking? But I'm assuming you're like nothing, or just like continuing to fucking market Mina the Hollower and do press junkets and whatnot.
Indeed, yeah. I mean, this is
All
the
right.
press junket. We're doing more Mina the Hollower. It's on sale right now. We're doing well. We sold over 500,000 copies in the first week.
Attaboy.
And so, I want that curve. I want to try to get that curve keep it as high and keep it going for as long as possible.
We got a regular Scrooge over here. He just loves money. No,
in the money pit. We're going to be swimming in it.
I'm going to dive into some coins.
Yeah, I'm going to dive into coins. And then I guess we got to talk about what's next.
Instead of asking you, what else is next, I'm sure if it's anything like Shovel Knight, the answer will be 1,000 DLCs. But do you have a dream video game that you would like to make, Sean?
Well, I've always wanted to make a Mario 64 killer.
Whoa. So a 3D platformer.
So that 3D Shovel Knight you were working on, is that the direction you were trying to go?
I mean, we don't have anything to really talk about in
Sure.
terms of what the next project
If I
is.
tell you, I'd have to kill you. I think is what I'm going to say. Yeah.
But definitely, I mean, we're boldly moving into 3D, and we're going to bring all of the same ethos that we have from our love of older games into our new games, as we always do.
You can do it. Shovel Knight 3D coming in 2035 from Yacht Club Games.
do
You got
it.
the
No,
exclusive.
it's got to be not that
Why
long.
isn't
gave
it
you
done
9
already?
years.
It's got to be sooner. Yeah.
Yeah, it's our we're pretty close. We're it's not close to. We got
That's
time.
pretty
It's
cool.
gonna need time. Anytime.
You know what though? I mean, you guys, that's part of still being an indie studio and having control over it. When Rare made Perfect Dark and they were released from the 007 license, they just said it'll be ready when it's ready.
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest thing for us is our own sanity. Mina as a 6-year project, especially, we thought Mina was going to be a 2-year project, and then it got longer and longer and longer. I mean, COVID, and we had problems with there was a lot of stuff that happened, but that was very, very hard on us. I think we would like to have something that's more predictable and also just a little bit shorter in time. We don't need to spend 6 years making the next one.
Right.
Maybe some of those other hurdles won't present themselves this time.
Maybe not a second epidemic is what you're saying.
That'd be
Global
good.
epidemic. That'd be tight. I hope not.
Cross fingers.
Knock on real wood. This is real wood.
So besides going and buying Mina the Hollower, buy Shovel Knight and
Just do
its
that.
1,000 DLCs,
Buy
follow
physical
Yacht Club
copies.
Games
Physical
on
Mina,
Steam,
I'm sure it's coming
Get 'em
out.
all.
yada, yada, yada. Sean, where else should you like people to go to give you money, to praise you, to make things happen faster?
I mean, everything you said sounds good. Yeah, I mean, hit us up on our socials for Yacht Club Games. Go buy Mina the Hollower. It's only $20. It's the
Seriously.
most highly rated game of the entire year so far. So we're the
Attaboy.
highest rated game. Very inexpensive.
Hell yes.
Go get it. Go
Let's
pick it up.
do it.
It's going to be join the discourse. There's lots of fun stuff happening with Mina. Like, it's all happening like right now online. So the excitement is now.
Get it while the getting's good.
Get it all the time.
And make that curve go up. Money.
Curve go up.
Oh, cheddar.
Go
Make
up.
the cheddar.
Little cheddar. All right, that is amazing, and that is all we have for today's episode. Thank you so much, dear listener or viewer, for watching or listening. Make sure to go check out the other episodes of the Super Interview Brothers. You can check out our Game Treasure Podcast Patreon, where for $5 a month you get access to the bonus content and these episodes 1 week early. Also, make sure to just go check out the Game Treasure Podcast every Friday on Spotify, anywhere you can get podcasts, and YouTube. But that is all we have for you today. My name is Max Stein, and until next time, video games, schmidio games, everyone. Goodbye.